Are you tired of everybody telling you what you need to start streaming and creating content? Well, let me be the next one and hopefully your last one, because today's video focuses on what hardware you should probably get to start streaming. Now, this video isn't going to be any in-depth review of any single one of these items. It's more of a brushed overview of all of them, so you can make a choice on which one you might want. Hopefully by the end of this, you can start streaming very soon, spending very little to maybe even no money. Let's start with a mic, shall we? This is a first selection of a cheap mic that is honestly worth the money. And that mic shall be the ZINGYOU condenser microphone bundle ZY-007 professional cardioid. You get it, it's all that. And I genuinely think that with some OBS filters and some actual audio tweaking, no interface by the way, that I think you would be really surprised on how good this mic can sound for $40 for an entire kit. And kind of for proof of concept, to prove a point, I'm using it right now. All in all, it's honestly not a bad mic. Figuring out some filters in OBS like noise gate suppression and EQ, that is literally all I have on this, and this is how it sounds for $40. The fact that this comes with a mic stand, a pop filter, an XLR to 3.5 millimeter, a pop screen, a shock mount, and everything you need to just open the box, put it together and go is amazing, honestly. And to kind of match that, this next one was my first mic, and it was not bad either. And it is the NEWEER NW-700. It's a much simpler name if that helps any. And this mic, as you can see, is just like the last one. It has the pop screen, the pop filter, the mic arm, the clamp, the cable. It's all the same stuff, just a slightly different price. What was the price of the first one? I never mentioned. $38 to $35. And once again, to prove a point, I'm also using that right now. And this is how it sounds, just with a little bit of work. It took me like 10 minutes. Just a little bit of work in OBS, doing filters with noise gate, noise suppression, and EQ. These have nothing else. And this is how they sound, spending about $40. It's not bad. By the way, I forgot to say it, but anything I show you today that has to do with a web page, I'll have the link in the description, so you can go to any of those and go ahead and just get your item. Now, before I show you the last mic that I really believe is a very good mic between cost and quality, if you like this video and if it's helped you at all, please click that like button. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave one in the comments. It helps out the channel a ton with a small channel like mine, and I hope that today's video helps you. Speaking of which, let me show you what my first mouse and keyboard was. This guy right here. Super basic, but they worked so well. $8. Now, you gotta be lucky enough to have a micro center by you, because that's where I got mine. But in any case, $8 for a mouse and a keyboard. They were totally fine. I just threw the keyboard away recently, and it's just because I have so many. But that's a whole nother topic. I got like 3 spare keyboards, so that was the cheapest, so there's nothing wrong with it, by the way. As a matter of fact, with this keyboard, I actually repurposed it before I threw it away. I used it as a Stream Deck alternative, and that's a whole different thing. I actually have a video that kind of explains it. I'm gonna put a card up there for you guys, and I'll link it in the description just in case you want to go there instead, in case you're stubborn like me. Back onto the topic, I know that this one's not exactly impressive, but I think for something so cheap, it's certainly worth like that money. And that is actually the webcam I am using right now, called a SUIRUI. It's kind of a weird name, I know. Pretty smooth, pretty nice. It's not all that clean, but for a cheap webcam, it's got great color and the view is wonderful. As I just said, I'm using this right now. I would recommend, if you can afford it, a Logitech C922 or C920 or something around there. Or let's say you don't have money to get a camera at all. What do you want to do? Or even what can you do? Well, here's a free option. DroidCam OBS. Now, this does not work with Streamlabs. I believe there's another way, but I'm not 100%. I don't want to tell you for sure. But this, along with the DroidCam app on your Android or Apple, if I remember correctly, you can use your phone as a webcam. Now, it does have a watermark, and I'll admit it's kind of annoying, but it's not that bad. I believe that the premium version to get rid of it is like 10, 12 bucks, which if you have a good camera on your phone, like honestly, a high-end iPhone, absolutely probably the best 13 bucks you can spend. So I would keep that in mind. You don't have to spend anything to use a webcam if you can use your phone as a webcam. That's just something to keep in mind. If you're able to use your phone or some kind of spare device that has a good camera, you can put this app on it and you can hook it up that way. And it just connects with Wi-Fi. So it's very easy to set up. Very easy. I could do a separate video on just this if you really want me to, but I promise you it'll probably take like 5 minutes. But for now, if you want to know about it, comments, or you can join the Discord. And now for the mic that I'm using right now. The Samson Q2U. I know it's not a pretty mic, but I'm telling you, this mic is so worth the money for it. 70 bucks. Now, it doesn't come with a mic arm and all that, but just so you know, I'm still using the mic arm from that NEWEER I showed you. It holds it. You just got to get a separate shock mount for it, which I will link that too. This microphone is so clean, and it does come with a pop filter and all that with it. All the cables. It is a dynamic microphone, as it says right there, which means you can use this as a USB mic, or you can use this as an XLR mic down the road. Personally, I don't think it's going to be worth going to XLR, but it's totally up to you. So here's all the plugs on the bottom of it. The USB plug, the XLR plug, and there's a direct headphone plug straight out of it. So you can hear directly with zero latency what it sounds like. It won't filter through OBS or anything like that. It's just the raw mic, so keep that in mind. But this itself will let you know relatively how you sound. But again, filters and OBS and all that can change it, and I would recommend monitoring through that instead. And as for that shock mount, right here, 14 more bucks to switch it out. If you ask me, another $14 very well spent. And in case you lost your last one, it comes with an adapter.
And of course, we can't forget about the life of the party, these NUBWO headsets. Don't worry, headset people, I didn't forget about you. This is exactly how this mic sounds, and the headset itself is wonderful. They sound just fine. They are very comfortable. And as you can hear, the mic is pretty solid. So for just 25 bucks, you can go to the link in the description and pick these bad boys up, and there you go. You don't have to worry about a mic arm following your mic or anything. It's always right in your face, same position. As long as you don't smack your face against your monitor somehow, probably good to go.
So hopefully that gives you some more confidence to start with very basic equipment. You can now see that you really don't need exactly high-end equipment to start streaming and creating content. I hope today's video helped you be more confident in what to start streaming with. Part of the reason why I feel like this is such a big deal is because some people go all out and then realize that they don't like it. That is probably the worst thing you can do. Spend several hundred on a hobby that you realize you don't like. So instead of doing that, if you can use your phone as a webcam and get a cheap $35 mic, oh no, if you don't like it, you lost 35 bucks and you can probably sell the mic for 20 bucks. Anyway, that is what I'm going to leave you guys with, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's videos. If it helped you, here's some more videos that I think will help as well, and I will see you guys there. Have fun, stay safe. Over and out. Looking back at this NEWEER, it's actually kind of surprising. Still glad I got my Q2U though.